This is so bougie compared to what I'm used to. I see it now.
They got all types of shit back there. It just keeps going.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh look, just Model A steering wheel just chilling there. Oh. You just found a bike, huh? Spiderweb on me. No. We were basically on the same path where that Nash Rambler was. We just didn't go up this far.
Nothing wrong with that. Rusted out on the block.
Yeah. I see another like.
Check out the axles with portal.
Nice.
Do you understand?
Oh yeah, it's just a gear to gear like
gear
setup.
To gear or chain.
Yeah. I feel kind of smug right now. Well, I've been getting stuff cleaned up and out of the way and soaking up gas and stuff. We've got 2 Festiva part outs, a Capri part out, a Miata part out, and a Crosley. And those are like little 10-inch wiper blades. So we're going to just kind of see how everything falls together. Pick whichever wiper motor cooperates best. Got a plate from the last Festiva part out that should make it easier to mount whatever one I choose. And then a whole bunch of linkages. There's even more in the basement. So, yeah, it's going to be a fun time figuring this out. Yeah. With his nose. Caught a leaf from the trip. Alright, now for more errands. Wasn't it Halloween last week? We kind of had the height of a cell phone happen last night. So what is that, 3 inches or so? So I got a customer coming in for like oil change and some other stuff for winter. So probably had to get out of the way. I think I just made something cursed. My camera seems filthy. Now that, well, that's not much better. Well, I basically got the sway bar out of the shed and the drive shaft to shorten for the A, along with other stuff I'm working on for it. So we'll have an update soon for that. Anyhow, jack this up, gonna figure that out. And on that trip to pick up the Scion with Lucas, I was wondering, what's that clunking sound? Did something come apart that's loose up in here that I've done? No, check this all out. So, no, I can't make it do it. Come on. There we go. So, that is from the lower ball joint. That decided to start getting really rough on the way home. So I'm glad I caught that now. While I'm waiting for that part to show up, I'm going to put the upper control arms I've bought for this finally on it and do sway bar and some other cool little stuff to clean up the inside of this, because I prepped the rear wheel wells a lot more than I did the fronts when I was just getting ready for that 600-ish mile trip. So yeah, just maintenance stuff really. Pretty good for putting close to 5,000 miles on it. So I'm going to get back to work. Just fun little update later. Alright, so all you'll need is 10mm, loosen your positive, negative terminal next, and then you have one little clamp thing that's here, you loosen up, and once you use your 10, it should pop all apart, and make sure you don't lose it. So mechanic. As a reminder to myself for the other side, I put the ball joint around in the wrong way, so I got a 180 that, and then it'll be the correct length to rough out the adjustment. Better. I'm gonna weld this up here. It's something I was aware of before I made my 600-mile trip, so might cut and relieve that and make a little plate up there, or just see how it is. But tighten up a new lower ball joint thing around here, then get weight resting on the suspension where it should be at, tighten up the bolt for the shock, and then upper A-arm, then finish tightening up a bolt that I've never put on for the exhaust manifold that was always part of my exhaust leak. So then we'll grease ball joint things, and then wheel on, go to the other side, go to a test drive. Well, I'm dealing with some nose and illness stuff, but hey, we're gonna make a hubcap fit on this and then do the other side, then the back. But for now, I'm basically pulled apart everything for this side of the upper control arm. Don't have as much to fix. Didn't find anything wrong with the steering linkage or anything else with the suspension, so that means just less work. And I got super lucky with getting a broken off stud out of my top plate here. Here's a picture. And yeah, we're just basically goofing around with tightening up this, taking some extra hardware here to add some extra safety, because I had, well, as I explained, this little top plate thing, it's twisted off because of this hardware, so we're kind of just using those as a middle to help somewhat hold everything together, but we're using these Festiva better grade bolts on either end of the plate, and then using a little nut on this side, basically double sandwich everything to make it safe as a jam nut. So yeah, we'll get through that, then we'll play around with this to truly get the camber set where we need it, and then we can actually make sure the camber on this side matches the driver's side, because it's always been less on this side, and I know something's been up because even the shock body here has some rub marks from where the stock control arm has basically been bumping it because it was out differently. So I don't know why, but I know if I've taken enough measurements, my inner mount for my A-arm is in the exact same spot as the other side, as well as just everything else for my configuration of the suspension. So I think it was just something that hit that A-arm at some point, kind of goofed with it. So this is fixing things and making it cooler. So yeah, kind of dealing with allergies or just weather changing. But waiting on the lower ball joint for this side, but we got camber pretty well matching, so that's cool. And I took apart my heater core finally because I want heat, because it's going to be cold. And I found a really cool little thing here that we will show. And hopefully I can show, yeah, it's showing up really good on the camera. See how it says supercast? I thought this was a same piece of steel. This is like a cast piece of aluminum. That is, yes, this is epic. I thought that was really cool, finding out this was cast aluminum, and yeah, I almost lost the video because trying not to drop it. So yeah, anyways, we learned some stuff. A Ford Festiva heater core, if you strip off all the little foam padding stuff and pull off the little pad stuff they had inside of this, I'm not going to think about what it was made of, but it actually will fit inside our OG little heater core thing. So it's basically got to pop this back together now, and I have a heater core that can handle modern PSI pressure and stuff, and I kind of just need to make sure this motor works because it's 6 volt, and I don't know if I'm going to end up running it, but I'd love to because it's just cool. So yeah, once we get that hooked up, then I should be able to then just drill some new holes in our firewall, hook up our feed inlet and outlet, and then basically I've just got heat. And then I've left all the old HVAC stuff from the Mia harness, so I really just need a power feed and then just switched potentiometer, and that really covers everything we need to have a heater core system. So yeah, it's progress. I spilled a bit of my shredder down here, but yeah, there's a spider. Hope you're happy with that. You know how hard it was to kill a fly by hand and not destroy it enough for you to actually enjoy that? Yeah. I don't like doing test runs at night very often because you can't see very well, but I ran to the gas station and back and took a visual hooked up yet. It's just like if you open the little door, it ambience out from everything. It's really cool. So that's working minty, and if I shut it, it doesn't actually like make the interior too hot. So it's perfect. The new radiator, it's got a lot more capacity. Basically, the whole core of it is as wide as what the old crimped style plastic top tanks were. So it should make the car a lot more stable for like pushing it, as I've had issues in the past with the temperature fluctuating. And I've robbed from the Mercury Debris parts pile the external transmission cooler. It's half again bigger, and I have it set just halfway below the radiator, so it's getting a lot more airflow. So overall, good quality of life like stuff I've improved on it. I'm trusting it now to run over to the local town to pick up the lower ball joint that just is slightly sketchy on the passenger side, because the driver's side one's minty, so now if I do this, it's like... So, yeah, pretty good overall. So, I'm gonna basically like cut back to one... Oh. Enough to kill my bulbs. Anyways, I'm gonna like cut back to me getting like parts. I have secured the lower ball joint and tacos. So, we may see what this does with a little bit of a pull to see what our coolant does. So, not bad. I was not in up very much, by the way. Like that was less than half. So the window popped open. So very good. Oh yeah, you can't see that. So very good. I thought this was a twig under my car. This was just some of the original 6-volt wiring still that was under it. So yeah. Also, I ended up losing it while I was working on getting the hero core like hooked up, and way over here is my other wrench I lost. So it's been a pretty good day getting the last ball joint done. So yeah. So on page 42, you will find that I learned a trick. You use a wrench to take up the gap of where your... Hold on a second. So yeah, with the way that knuckle is designed, there's not enough, how do I say, it's actually too much room between the knuckle and where the actual pill ball is, and there's not enough anything really around it. So I basically hammered a wrench on top of it to take up some space, and then hammered the pickle fork in, and then just kind of pried it a little bit, and it pops out pretty easy. This is a little trick I learned. So on to the rest of the shenanigans. So I've been kind of busy with all sorts of stuff, but we basically fired up the welder, and we made little bumps on the inside area of where this hubcap sits to where it can't like shift around so much and fly off, as well as I welded like the tabs way closer to the edge of the wheel. So now that's about all you can do. So I'm gonna take it around the addition, and if we still have a hubcap, we'll then go take this to go get food, because I also adjusted the camber on both sides to match like 1.4 degrees. So everything should be matched up with this pretty good. I know my alignment isn't super far off because like it feels like it did before now and my wheel's straight. So I'm pretty sure I've just got like, I don't know, a degree of toe out. But I'm just gonna kind of see how it feels with matching camber and then go from there. Then after we get that done, it's basically full on for the Model A. Well, it's like, yes. Okay, just real quick. Got some food, went to town to pick up some other stuff, and the hubcap stayed on. I went up to 70 miles an hour, so that is really good. I'm really like excited about that. That means I can do all the rest now. Okay. I'm gonna call that good. What a nice day. Well, time to work on the A. See you guys next time.